Samantha, welcome to the gang. Welcome to the Bronze Nation. Gamer boy, you know better than that. This is not your personal message. Do not put any personal questions in the chat. Thank you. Can you tap the like button, gang? Thank you for your patience. They were fighting me, gang. They were fighting me for this one. Gang. So I do believe we may have some interferences on this reading as it was so hard for me to come out here. Gang. Is that even the right charger? Is it that one? Let's see. So Samantha White, welcome to the Bronze Nation. Thank you for your seed, and gang, and for some subbing to me, gang. I appreciate you. We're gonna put your name in the book of prayers, gang. And whenever I get those checks, I will transfer your name over there. I wasn't really prepared for this. I'm sure these are not working. Let's grab as much as they're okay. So you have always been the black sheep of your family. They love to hate you, gang. You don't need to do a thing. Can you tap the like button, gang? If I'm speaking to the black sheep of the family, because I have a big message for you. I have some 2024 predictions for you as well. And thank you, DD222. I appreciate you. What is wrong with you? Don't come in here and put your name in here, gang. That is your first warning before you get removed. If I see people's names, I will remove and block you, gang. This is not TikTok, Mary. This is not TikTok. Don't come over here with a TikTok mentality, gang. You have always been the black sheep of your family. And they love to hate you, gang. You've received a lot of hate because of it. You felt rejected because of it. Unloved. Invisible. Some of you have been abused. Been susceptible to abuse here because you've been left unprotected. As you have been looked as the black sheep of your families, gang. Welcome. It's your girl D Virgo. 2 and 2, gang. And I'm here to speak to the black sheep. Is that you? Gang. I'm sending prayers for you, gang, and your family. Prayers for you and your family, gang. Ninja Bunny. Prayers going up, gang. Can we send some prayers to Ninja Bunny's family, gang? And gang. In her time of loss, gang. So we stand with you, gang, until you can stand for yourself again. Welcome. Thank you, gang. I appreciate you. Well gone. So Spirit is calling the black sheeps of the family into this live, as this is for them. I have a message for you and some predictions for 2024 for you as well, gang. Spirit is going to reveal some things that is going to confirm to you that I am speaking to you, gang. So it will be things that you have been through here. Spirit is going to reveal it here. So you will know that this reading is directly for you, gang. Oh, go on, Mary. So welcome. I went onto Instagram and onto TikTok to invite some people over. And I kicked off the reading over there because Spirit guided me to. Gang. Croatia. Gang, gang. So can you tap the like button at this time, gang? I would appreciate 61K. Gang, gang. Thank you, Dale. We have reached 61K subscribers, gang. That is a very, very big deal for me, gang. Somebody who was never on social media up until 4 years ago. God is really, truly blessing me, gang. 61,000 subscribers on YouTube. 111 on the clock. 111 a.m. on the clock. My ears are buzzing. And I am also a black sheep. I'm also a black sheep of my family too, guys. So this reading is also, I do believe, very personal for me. Not sure what's going to come out, but I can feel the energy already of this reading. I will be putting on the fan, so excuse the noise that's about to come on because the energy is getting very electrifying and I'm getting hot. Okay. So one card came out. One card. And where is the card? OMG. Spirit help. I was just doing something and I think I misplaced the card. Give me a minute. I told you, everything's fighting me, gang. Where's the card? Am I sitting on it? Did I put it back? Yes, I put it back. I put it back. 9-9. I'm getting hot, gang. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put the fan on at this time. We don't have air conditioning like you Yanks and that. We just got a fan that makes a lot of noise, gang, gang. Electrifying. Grease lightning. Wow. So calling all the black sheeps of the family, I really have a big message for you and also some predictions too, gang, gang. Can you hear me? Let's first start with, can you hear me? Is the fan too loud? Can we have a dialogue? A conversation? Gang. So one person says no, that means you may need to go. Gang, gang. So Sandy's the only person who said no. So the problem is with you, not me, gang, gang. You know that feeling, gang. So you can't really hear that. Thank you. Yeah, the fan, Sandy. So you can hear me. Okay. Okay, gang, gang. So I've got one card. One card. And I shuffled 7 decks. Thank you. 7 decks. 101 in the chat. And I got one card. And I'm speaking to the black sheep. You've always been black sheep in your family, in the school system, in friendship groups. You are always the one that's very much on the outs, not very much connected here. I feel like a lot of people will pick you up and put you down. Thank you, Ganga. Huh. Thank you, I appreciate you. So I need to know if I'm resonating with you because Spirit wants me to be very clear on these messages and I really want to get them out. All right, so you've always been the black sheep. I will liken you to Cinderella and you may resonate with them, the story of Cinderella and her wicked sisters. As I do believe your siblings were favored over you, treated better than you. You're like David, who was pushed to the back of the house to tend to the yard. So some of you had to tend to your siblings. You never had a childhood. Childhoods were robbed from you. Having to grow up too fast. Too much responsibility being placed onto you. Feeling as if you had to bring yourself up from a certain point in your life, a very young point. Feeling very unprotected and exposed to environments that you should have never been exposed to. Gang, I don't want to trigger you, but I need to make you know that I am speaking to you at this time. I'm on fire, gang. I'm on fire. Everything is lighting up, so forgive me. Spirit says you're not for everyone. So not everyone likes you, gang. You may not even have one friend in the world at this time. Because they love to hate you, gang, and they don't even need a reason. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, gang. Because you've been wondering, why did they reject me? Why couldn't they love me? Why? Why couldn't my mom love me the way she loved my sister and my brothers? Why couldn't my father protect me and love me and be up and show up for me the way he showed up for my other siblings? Gang, gang. So I feel these deep, very much questions inside of you as there's missing pieces. And as an adult, you're having to put these things together here and make sense of it and come to terms with it. God, I'm going to speak directly to you. Some of you had to face abuse like me, guy. Multiple different kinds of abuse. Physical, emotional, mental, and most definitely sexual here. Being the black sheep, no one looked out for you. No one really cared for you and protected you. They may have sacrificed you. I'm so sorry if I'm triggering you. I told you they were fighting me. Gang, gang. Can you tap the like button here, gang? Spirit says, speak from your heart, gang, gang. Because that's where we are. Very emotional, because this is the emotions that I feel it has on you. Healing those parts of you that are very void, very numb. Some of you are still operating in your masculine energy, the need to protect. Very much a defense mechanism against all the traumas that you have experienced, and some of you are still experiencing it at this time within your relationships, whether it's with your partners or your children or your family and friendship groups. Still feeling like an outcast, still feeling like it's them and they are you. And as you grow into this adult, feeling ever more disconnected than before, guy. I love you too, guy. Spirit says you're not for everyone. So stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to get them to accept you and value you and validate you, gang, because they never will. I have a message for you. You are not for everyone. It's time that you, not them, but you embrace who you are. Your imperfections, your weirdness, your uniqueness. It's time you walk in your truth. Whatever your truth looks like to you. Because in walking in your truth, it says you're going to lose them. But Spirit says you lost them a long time ago. They never had you. You never had them, gang. You're holding on to people that you never had. That never had your back. That never supported you. That probably never even respected or maybe even loved you. It's just the fact that they're related to you or grown up with you or feel a sense of, I don't know, service to you because of what you've done for them. Spirit is just showing me this in its rawest sense. It's time for you to be accepting of your relationships and stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to get them to accept you. and to see you, because they will never see you and they will never buy what you're selling. They'll rather go down the road and buy the same exact product, service from somebody else. They'd rather do it, girl. She says, you are not for everyone. It's time to embrace your weirdness and face your true north. Gang, gang. Let's give you the message. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, they just won't like you. They'll never accept you. They'll never love you, gang. It doesn't matter if you're the best child, the best partner. It doesn't matter. They'll always find a reason to come against you. But then there's a polar opposites to that. But there's also people that will love and support you fiercely. There's people like that too. Robert, thank you. These are your people. And that's who you should be gravitating to. Because you are not for everyone. And gang, that is okay. It's okay not to be in a family that you were birthed into as you grow up. It's okay to disconnect from them for your highest good. It's okay to disconnect from that best friend you rode and died with for 20 years because today you're not in the same space anymore, guy. Alright? It's time to talk to the people who can really hear you, especially when you're not saying anything, when you're quiet, guy. When you're depressed and climbing your walls in your house, they call you out the blue because intuitively they sense or they just know you need them. And gang, or like me, they pop up on your screen. Stop wasting your precious time and your gifts trying to convince the world and others and family and people or that man or woman of your value, because they won't ever want you, gang, and want what you're selling. They won't. Stop trying to convince them to walk alongside of you, because if they're not rowing in that boat with you of their own volition, gang, it's like me telling you that you need to show me more affection and attention. The minute I tell you, the minute it's over, because it's something you should do. It's not something I should have to point out to you. So stop trying to convince them. Taina, thank you, guys. Because you are wasting your time. And some of us, because I know I did, I wasted years pouring into motherfuckers who, up to today, will never pour into me, gang. They will never show up for me. They won't like my shit. Spirit says, stop wasting your precious time. Because some of them be your own family, gang. You be trying your best to get acceptance from them, and they'll never accept you. They'll never see you as part of them. You may have come from a different dad like me. Stop wasting your time and theirs, because you are only inflicting unnecessary wounds that take precious time to heal, guys. We are just ripping off band-aids that we've already spent time healing. Trying to forgive, trying to get over, trying to make things be all right when they're not okay. And it's okay for things to not be okay. It's accepting of this, guy. You are not for them, whoever they are. And they are not for you. It's time that you politely wave them on and continue on your life. Sharing your path, your life, your energy, your heart with someone is a sacred gift that we have devalued time and time and time again. Spirit says, stop cheapening it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Just keep facing your true north. and you would attract the right energies that will support you, love you. This card says you are being called to embrace you, your uniqueness, your imperfections, even if nobody else can or will. To own your own weirdness. To let the world see who you really are and accept you for who you really are, not who they want you to be. To reveal your multifaceted and multidimensional nature. To stop dimming your lights, gang, according to who is in your presence and in order to fit in. To own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same as you, because we are out here, can recognize you when our paths cross, ganger. So until you're operating in your authentic self, I will never recognize you, because I will recognize the real in you. But when you dim yourself and when you hide yourself, gang, I can only see what you're presenting to me. And a lot of it is fakery. 1111, Shannon, thank you for your seed, gang. Let's write it down before I get carried away with these channeled messages that are just coming in and licking me for 6 and making me all emotional, gang. Shannon. So thank you for the PayPal, Shannon. 1111, I appreciate you. Amber, thank you, gang. Thank you for your seed, baby girl. Taina, thank you. Taina. I used to love that. My daughter used to watch that. Robert, thank you, gang. I appreciate you. Black Sheep, Spirit wants me to tell you there's going to be a transfer of title, of wealth, of land. And it's going to be given to you as you have missed out on so much. There's going to be a transfer of wealth, of land, of title. And it's going to be given to you as you have missed out on so much. Sharon, there is going to be a transfer of wealth, of title, of land, of property here, because you have been passed over and you've missed out on so much. Sharon, thank you for your seed. Sharon. So let's get into this message, gang, because Spirit says you're different. And people, they love to hate you, gang. They love to black sheep you. You're on the outside looking in on the world at this time. Growing up, it would have been your family, but now you're on the outside looking in at the world, turning on itself. You're in the world, but you're not of it, gang. That scripture really speaks about you, African Queen. Born into the world, but you're not of it. Being separated from it. And a lot of you have felt it's separated from a very young age. Gang. Living under roofs, but having a different experience. So I could speak to you and your siblings and they would have a different experience from you, which is natural, but there are stark differences here on how you were treated and what you went through. Yes, I'm speaking to you, guy. I'm speaking to you. Oy, oy. Some of you were the sacrifice. They sacrificed you, guy. They sacrificed your innocence. They sacrificed your mental health. Freaking queen. Because I see a lot of you battling mental health from a very young age. Undiagnosed. And Spirit says under the radar, so nobody was really paying attention. Thank you, Amber and African Queen. And I gotta breathe. I've gotta breathe. If I don't breathe, I'm gonna cry. I am gonna cry. I need to breathe, gang. Even my nose is starting to run. They couldn't walk a mile in your shoes, gang, but yet they judge you. They judge you, gang. Vera Tarek, gang. They couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. They couldn't even overcome the things that you've had to, but yet they judge you, gang, so harshly. And some of them actually put the blame on you. I can hear Akon. That's why they put the blame on me. How does that go? Not lonely, but that's a song as well, but not that one. That's why they put the blame on me. I don't know how it goes, but I can hear it. They put the blame on you, gang. So you were blamed for things that you was not responsible for. You carried heavy weights. That's why they showed me the cross, the crucifixion, because that's you carrying this cross from a very young age. Feel that you were crucified, blamed for things that were beyond your control. You were babies. And I watched a program where there was white sheep and black sheep, and even the white sheep didn't want to play with the black sheep, gang. So I feel like a lot of people didn't want to pick you. You weren't picked for things. You may have felt a bit outcast. You may have had hand-me-downs. They didn't take pride in you. They didn't make you have a pride, a sense in your pride in yourself. That's why some of you are out here just accepting pittance, breadcrumbs, allowing people to breadcrumb you, and thinking that's the best thing. Like, I've never been, but gang, you deserve so much more. But because you never experienced it growing up, the little crumbs that you get, you just hang on to it. Oh, gang. Let's get into the message, gang. Let's get into it. I saw the star card. I should even shuffle it straight away. I really feel when I see the star card, I'm talking to the star seed, and it's your light. They don't like the light inside of you. You are around a lot of narcissists, dark, negative energy, and you may be the only light in your whole entire family, gang, and you're hated on for it. It makes you different. They may call you sissy, sensitive, all these names, weak, labeled, all these energies. Spirit shows you as the healer, the glue. So without you, there wouldn't be a relationship, gang. That they haven't made any effort. Come on, be real. Spirit says be real. Look around. They haven't made any effort to sustain your connection. You've been the glue, keeping it together, trying to heal it, trying to make it right, because this healer, empath energy that's within you. Oh. Spirit says you make people feel good even though they don't even like you. So they will use you for how you make them feel, and then they'll discard you. So you'll find that people just come to you when they're at their lowest. When they're at their lowest, when things are not going right, they find you. But when things are going good, they don't need you anymore. You're only there to make them feel good, to bring this healing energy, gang. To make them, I don't know what you do, but you make them feel good. They take this light, and then they're all right, and then you're left depleted, alone, feeling very unloved and invisible for some of you, very much. Like, you can see when they're hurting, but whether they see it or not, they don't care, because they're not there. They'll watch you fall. So I see people being drawn to you because of your light. But that's the very same thing why they hate you. So they love to hate you, guys. I spoke to someone in the reading today and I said the very same people that are loving you, are the same tongues that's hating you and cursing you. The same people that you helped to get out of that relation, that situation, those predicaments. The same people that you rolled and you probably lied for. They're not standing up for you. They're not standing with you. They're not robbing the boat and they're actually watching you fall and taking some silent pleasure in it. So I really feel like your energy is not being reciprocated. For some of you, you've been ostracized from your family. So when you come, it's like, oh my God, here she comes. That's like me. Here she comes. Oh shit then. What's going to happen? So that's the energy. Thank you, Dale. So you may not be invited to family functions no more. I'm not. Gang, gang. You may not be invited to family functions anymore. Because I feel like you're the one that lives in your truth, speaks your truth, and you're ostracized for it. You don't want to live a lie. You don't want to keep a lie. You don't want to sustain a lie. You don't want to carry on the lie. Some of you are looked at, they look at you as embarrassing, you embarrassing them. God, she's embarrassing me. She's just embarrassing. She's just embarrassing. Can't take Diana anywhere. She gonna fuck it up. She gonna fuck it up, gang, gang. Peace, love, free, free, free. Say the wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck it up. Again, that's the trauma part of me. That's the rejected part of me. That's the abused part of me. Spirit says you gotta learn to accept all parts of you, gang. Even the rotten parts. Even the sour parts. Even the dark parts, gang. They're all part of you, gang. Spirit says, I done this yesterday. You're not invited. Just like me. I done it yesterday where I said your light disturbs other people's demons, and for some of you, those other people are your family. Some of you, it's your mother. Like she never really liked you. That you never bonded. There's been some type of jealousy energy, like you robbed her life. You robbed something from her energy. It's probably because she sees herself in you. She may blame you for something. Because that's what I said, put the blame on me. I was blamed for mashing up my mother's marriage when her husband raped me. I was a baby. So yeah, they black sheeped me and they sent me away. And she stayed with him. She chose him over me. So you wasn't chosen. They didn't choose you. Some of you, your mother, your fathers, they chose their husbands, their wives, their partners over you. They chose your abuser over you. Some of you, like me, had to live with your abuser. Had to call your abuser dad. I feel like they were crushing the light out of you. I can see the light being crushed out of you. That's why they say you become the spaces that you're in. So if you stay in those spaces, you become dark. just like the spaces that you are birthed in. That's why you have to separate yourself from these energies, gang, as they may, what's the word, trigger negative energy within you and also produce it and attract it. As you walk this tightrope of dark and light, gang, and it very much is a tightrope. It's finding the balance between the two. This is the challenge for you, Ganga. September, Shoshe. This is bigger than me, gang. I didn't come out here knowing what I was going to say. I really had no idea how Spirit was going to use me today. And I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad that they made me vulnerable again. I'm kind of mad, but I understand the process. And it's bigger than me, gang. It's bigger than me. Because God's plans is bigger than my plans. And that's why I stopped making them plans, guys. I've lost all my eyelashes at this point. Just looking at me is you, the star, guy. Thank you, Ganga. I want to show you who you really are. You are a star seed, gang. You have been birthed into families that you really don't belong in. You were placed there for training, to be qualified for a calling, for a purpose. Because how could you speak to those that have been through it if you haven't been through it yourself? So I placed you in environments that will qualify you for a calling, gang, that was bigger than you. As you come from the stars, from the galaxies, gang, you are not from this earth. You are a spiritual creature, an ethereal one, having an earthly experience, and it's hard. It's hard. You're the rose that's been placed in these crazy environments, this concrete jungle, and expected to thrive and grow. You're the phoenix that has to always find a way to reinvent themselves, because life is always throwing you curveballs, guy. Because it's trying to produce the diamond that's on the inside of you. But it only can be produced through pressure being applied to you. You've been made to feel like you were ugly, unworthy, and not wanted and not loved, when you were the star of the galaxy, guy. You're Cinderella, guy. They're trying to make the shoe fit them. They're trying to steal your destiny, but that destiny belongs to you. Even your mothers have tried to take that destiny and give it away to your siblings, guy. But it's not in them, it's inside of you. The gift, the talent, the anointing. So I see others being pushed before you, just like Cinderella. She had to watch her sisters get pushed for something she knew she was qualified for. She knew that that shoe fit her feet. But she had to watch while they tried to fit into her shoes, guys. They tried to walk in her shoes. And they couldn't. They couldn't, guys. They couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. But they love to hate you. They love to talk about you. They love to put you down. They love to blame you. Gaga. So I'm talking to the healer again, because Spirit says you're the glue. And without you, there would be no connection. There would be no relationship, because I just feel like they're not really connected to you. It was you that was connected to them. Spirit shows you as the glue. You're the one that was healing the family, making sure everyone spoke and things ran smoothly. It was you. They depended on you, but you could never, ever depend on them. Spirit says a lot of responsibility was placed on you. Did you not realize, some of you, you was given so much responsibility from a young age because your mother knew it was inside of you? Whether you are male or female, too much was placed on you. Too much of who is, what? To whom much is required, much is given. Ah! You need to catch that. From those people where much is required, there is so much given onto them, so much responsibility here. That's why you grow up and you don't want to commit to things. You find it hard. You make excuses, you procrastinate. Because you haven't found people that will commit to you. And you weren't taught how to commit to yourself. You were taught how to serve others. So you find yourself in these serving roles, in these facing positions of publics. Because that was what you were taught to do. You've been qualified to serve. But just in different capacities. For some of you to be subservient to others. To feel like it was for them and not for you. And God. Because I see a lot of things placed on you, and these are the very things that you need to break through because they are limiting you, gang. The things that you were told, the things that you were taught, and the things that you picked up along the way, gang, these are what limits you. I see looking back and seeing how you was in bondage. So I really feel like you freed your mind kind of energy, gang. And you can now, reflectively looking back, this is reflective, I'm looking at myself in my past, and I can see how I was in bondage. My mind. So I feel like healing of my mind, breaking free of these chains, these limitations that were placed on me, that I was indoctrinated to, that I picked up. So I see moments of reflection where you're looking back at the things that really were limiting you, that caused trauma to your mind. Trauma to the mind. And I really see healing coming to the mental of the black sheep, gang, because I really feel your mental health was gravely affected. And it created a lot of limitations, gang. And self-destructing patterns. And gang. Oh. Diana. Oh. Thank you. Gang, I'm so emotional. I'm really trying to get a handle on this. Spirit, that's why it didn't reveal to me what was about to happen, because I may not have come out. Because I've been strategically avoiding having to be vulnerable too much. As it can be used against me sometimes, guys. That's why they said, and I'm going to say it again, it's not easy being the black sheep. It's not easy shining your light. It's like, shine your light. It's not easy because you're vulnerable. You're open to criticism. You're open to rejection again. You're open to mockery, guys. So I really see most of the healing work being done here in the mind, because that's where it was gravely affected. A lot of trauma to the mind. And it affected the way that you saw yourself and the way you experienced the love and relationships and your environments. It literally affected. It changed you. It made some of you dark, and that's why your light began to dim. You started to adopt negative practices, picked up addictions. And addictive patterns going on. He left the 99 to go back to the black. Come on. That's how important you are. What did I tell you? You've got purpose. This is my purpose card. I told you, your experiences were qualifying you for your path. It was qualifying you for your purpose. It was something you never asked for because it's a mantle that's been placed in your hands. You didn't ask for it, but it's been given to you. It comes with a lot of limitations and struggles, but it also comes with a lot of light and healing too, guys. So it has that duality effect where it feels like a curse and a blessing at the same time. It made you more resilient. It's made you more resilient, able to cut anyone or anything out of your life without hesitation. It says you follow by faith and not by sight, and you will cut your mother off. Some of you will cut your children off. Like, you're not playing out here. Because I see a refusal to be limited again. I will not allow anyone to limit me. Anything to limit me, I will walk away. Effortlessly, I will cut you off. Because I will live in my truth. For my highest good. For me to be happy, I will cut people off. This is the steps that you've been guided to take, because a lot of you have a lot of trauma in your childhood. And some of you are being guided to really disconnect from the negative energy that is having a negative effect in your life today. Whoever it is, whatever it is. For some of you, it's items. It's things you've held on to, or people that you need to let go. Because it's about your peace. It's about your happiness. The Knight of Wands says it's action that you need to take. You should be taking. Because it says they're never going to accept you. They're never going to rock out. They're never going to protect you. They're not. What's that song? If you don't love me by now, you're never going to love me. So if you didn't love me then, you're not going to love me now. It's not going to change, gang. No matter how famous you get, how much money you get, how successful you are. Because some of you, you're striving to do all these things, trying to get acceptance from mothers and fathers who ain't never going to accept you. You could be the best doctor, lawyer, whatever this is, guy. It's never going to be enough. Have you ever been around these people and they just make you feel like it's never enough? It's not enough. No matter what I do, it's not good enough. You always find a way to put me down and criticize me. Always. You're always finding ways to cut me down, make me feel small, and take the smile off my face. Who's that to you? Who is that? They may need to go. There's some steps you're being guided to take, guys, so you can achieve happiness and inner peace, because it's affecting your mental health. It's limiting your wish fulfillments because you're manifesting from negative spaces, gang. And as a man thinketh, he is creating it. So God knows what you're creating out of these negative mental spaces. I told you before, most people are disabled by environment, not by a physical impairment. It is by their environment. Even the disabled people are disabled by environment. They can do more, produce more if their environment supports them. And some of your environment doesn't support you. It doesn't. It kills your dreams. It's a killer of destiny the minute you get around these people. Spirit says, take the first step and the next step will present itself. You don't need to know where you're going. You just need to go. And the door will open. Knock. And these doors will start to open for you. But in not going and not making a choice, you're choosing to stay in the mess. Choosing to stay stuck. Choosing to stay depleted with people who always wipe you out energetically. And some of you just need to step, just need to walk, not even... I didn't know where I was going. When I left my house at 3 a.m. in the night because of domestic, but I didn't know. I didn't know where we was going to end up. I knew I was going to leave my house. that was given to me for me and my kids, 4-bedroom, and I didn't know what the future held, gang. But what I did know is that I had to go for my highest good before I took my life or my life was taken from me. But some of you just need to go and stop worrying about where you're going. Start knocking on these doors and one of them will open for you. What do you need to know? I'm not going to keep you much longer, gang, as I'm very emotional and I need to go and get grounded. This reading done something else to me, but I feel like Spirit really wanted to drive home this message to you, that you're not the only black sheep, gang. There's a gang of us, gang. There's a gang of us. And Spirit says, once we meet each other, we will know each other. Once we meet each other, we will know each other, gang. But you need to be operating in your most authentic self for me to recognize you and for you to recognize me. Because if I hid those parts of myself, gang, you wouldn't recognize me, you wouldn't resonate with me. But the fact that I open myself up and be vulnerable and show you these things, you can now recognize and see yourself in me. Gang. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hector, thank you. So we're going to wind this down, gang, because I think the message is out. I don't want to over-exacerbate it, because, you know, sometimes we can go over it, and I feel like it's done. It's been said. It really isn't a message of money. It's not about that. It's one of growth. Acceptance of myself, even if no other motherfucker accepts me in this world. I'll show up and accept myself. I'll support myself until Spirit brings in my support system. Hang on. I will like my own posts until others start liking it too, guys. Hector, thanks, Gengar. In the beginning, I was liking my own posts. I was one of the only likes on my videos. And I wasn't waiting for someone else to like my stuff. I was setting the algorithm in motion, gang. And then my kids would come along and they would like it too. They were the gang that was pushing me in the beginning. Amazing. Spirit blows my mind, gang. Blows my mind. I truly didn't come out here to be so vulnerable today. Thank you, gang. Thanks. I have no words. I have no words. And I know I have to watch this again. I know. Thank you, Joe. Your soul hasn't gone anywhere. When they say sacrifice your soul, you're sacrificing your morals, gang. There's always redemption. There's always forgiveness. You can't give away something that you don't actually own, gang. Like, literally. There's always redemption, gang. There's nothing too hard. As a parent, I'm telling you, your spiritual father and mother will always forgive you, but you need to ask for forgiveness and truly be repentance of whatever it is, gang. We do a lot of things in the name of growth, gang. We make mistakes, but the biggest thing we're here to do is learn. It's to learn, gang. So don't condemn yourself, gang, because you're not condemned. Stop condemning yourself. Her soul brought her to this message, gang. There is redemption for you. Spirit used me when I least expect it, gang. You're not condemned at all. You know what? Can I tell you something? When I was 12, gang, Spirit, don't do this. When I was 12, I'm really gonna go. When I was 12, So I was abused by my stepdad when I was 10 and 11, going into 12 and 13. But then I met my brother, my half brother, at, I think I was 11, 12 years old. To this day, I have no memory of how it came about other than the beginning. All I know is that I stood up and water ran down me. I was 12. I didn't know what the water was. I had a shower. Fast forward, some of you know my story, my testimony, but it's this. Fast forward 28 weeks, I'm jumping on the trampoline, I'm pole vaulting on the vault, you know the vault, when it comes to gymnastics. I was a champion gymnastic guy. My teacher calls me out. She places a big mirror in front of me and she puts me to the side and as she does it, I can see the belly. The belly that I didn't see for 28 weeks, I can now see it. And the child in me, because I'm a child, I panic. Because I don't know how. I don't know how. My daughter's here. 1 minute. I'm going to need you to go for 1 minute, baby girl. Just 1 minute. Just please. Thank you. I'm going to go. But I want you to know something. There's no condemnation when it comes to God. We condemn ourselves because others condemn us. So she showed me my belly. And it dawned on me, I'm pregnant. But I don't know how I got pregnant, why I'm pregnant. I don't know anything. I'm just panicking as a child that I'm going to get beaten. All I can think about is I'm going to get beaten. I don't know why, how, but I'm going to get beaten. That's all I could think about because she tells me she's got to tell my mother. And I'm panicking because I've already been blamed for breaking up her marriage, and it wasn't broken up. They just simply had an argument about it and they went to bed. But I got the blame for it, for those years of abuse. My teacher called my mom, and for the life of me, I can't tell you what really happened next. I just know there was a lot of shouting and crying, and by the end of that day, I kid you not, I was in a doctor's room getting ready to be performed on surgery. They were having conversations about me that I couldn't understand because I was 12. I think it was 2 days later, I found myself in the hospital in a room full of white coats, and they were preparing me and they were trying to get me to sign a paper. And I couldn't understand why I had to sign it, and I didn't want to sign it. My mum got very angry with me and threatened me to sign this paper, so I signed it in the end because I'm scared of her more than anything else. So I signed the paper, and then she proceeded to leave me there. She left me. So I was left in that room with her sister, who was my auntie, who also begged to have this baby and take it to Jamaica because that's where she lived. But my mum was adamant I wasn't going to have this child because it would be a mongrel. It would be a mongrel. So by the end of that day, gang, I'm going to really say it as a matter of fact so I don't get too attached to what's happening. By the end of that day, I'm going to skip all the ins and outs of it. By the end of that day, gang, I had to give birth to what they said was a dead baby, even though I heard the baby cry, which fucked me up. I heard the baby cry. But they convinced me the baby was born dead. I was never shown the child. Simply, I was just cleaned up and left on the table. So when I tried to get up, I then realized I couldn't feel my lower half, even though I had felt all the pain of the birth. And I couldn't understand how I felt the pain of the birth and all the hands, but then I couldn't walk on my legs because no one had explained to me that I had an epidural. So I was coming to terms with that, and I kid you, no word of a lie, I don't think I spent 24 hours in that hospital. I was back, not in my home, but at my auntie's house. I was sent there to recuperate, and then I was brought back home and told not to ever talk about it again. As my step couldn't know, my sisters couldn't know, it was just brushed into the closet and placed under the rug. And I was taken out of one school. So the school teacher that showed me I was pregnant, I never saw her again after that day. I never saw her again. I could never thank her because when I went back to school, I was enrolled in a different school with different people, having to make new friends, guys, and having to live essentially a lie, having to go back to normal. And I did. I learned to decompartmentalize everything. And that's why I think I cry a lot today, because I found it hard to cry when I was growing up. I never cried. I never cried, man. I didn't cry on that table. I cried when I signed the paper. As you can see, that trauma runs deep inside of me. It changed me. It changed me. It made me become a very dark individual, gang. So God called me out of a very dark place. A very dark place. One where I was self-harming. I was trying to kill myself. And if I wasn't trying to kill myself, I was trying to get pregnant. Because I thought it was my mission now to have a baby. Because it was robbed from me. So I was destroying myself from the inside out, gang. Every single day. And because I was grown in a religion that told me abortion was wrong, you will go to hell, I was wilding out. Because now I felt condemned. I felt condemned. Because the church condemned me. It said that if this baby dies by my hand and I had to sign it, it's on me. So I felt as if I was condemned. So then what have I got to lose? My soul's already gone. And I became a very dark little girl. By the age of 14, I was running the streets. I was lawless, guy. That's why I've lost a lot of teeth. Because I was on the street for years. Because I didn't want to go back to the home that I didn't feel protected in. I chose to sleep on buses, on stairs, and in squats. Until social services scooped me and my friend up. And at 15 years old, we were the first young people in England, in the UK, to sign an actual tenancy. Because we were so uncontainable, guy. They tried it. But I couldn't be contained. I was placed in a home, and one of the workers tried to abuse me. It just felt like they were attracted to me. They could see the damage in me, guy. I was abused by multiple people. There was a neighbor next door to me. There was a man that my mum brought me to at the age of 9 and told me to clean his house. And I never cleaned a thing. But he laid on top of me. And I know she knew because she sacrificed me for that. I know she knew. My mum was abused too. So I do believe that I was, in essence, prostituted out to a paedophile ring. And when I say it, and then I was made to look like the person that was wrong. The person that was wilding out. The person that was bad. So don't condemn yourself, gang, because I don't believe in condemnation. It comes from man. It doesn't come from God. God will condemn your actions, the things that you do. Carisha. I don't want my mum to pay. I love my mum, gang. I love my mum unconditionally. Even though she can't love me the same. I love her with all my heart. And I wish no harm on her head. Absolutely not. I would die for her, even though she would never die for me. And this has been my story. The black sheep, gang, it's not for the weak. God. I'm going to jump out. We're going to end this reading, gang. My testimony didn't end there. But what I will say is this. God saved me, gang. I swallowed 27 tablets and went to church to die. And I vomited up every single one of those tablets because God had a purpose for me that I didn't see for myself. So for all my black sheeps, you may not see your purpose, you may not know it. But I'm telling you, God has a purpose for you. And your struggle, your pain, your trauma, it is qualifying you. There is no man that's going to qualify you for the role that God has given to you, gang. Alright, that's what I learned. I went to university and I thought I needed that qualification from that man. And God said, Dana, I qualified you. Why do you seek validation from all these outside sources, guy? Alright, so I want to tell my black sheep, there's a gang of us out here, guy. You're not the only one. And when you operate in your most authentic and vulnerable self, gang, no matter who laughs, who leaves you, rejects you, don't stand with you, gang, people like me, we will see you and we will know you. And we will gravitate towards you, gang. Alright? Because you'll feel like home to me. You're amazing, gang. You're a reflection of me. So we're going to wind it down. Thank you for really being here to catch me today. I really love you for that, gang. Let's get your last messages, gang. Thank you, Pamela. What did I tell you? The card is right there. It's about walking by faith and not by sight, gang. If I leaned and walked on my own understanding, I would never be here. I wouldn't be here, gang. I'd be flicking through TikTok. I'd be watching Netflix. I'd be wrapped up in some other people's drama or something, but I wouldn't be walking this path. Because I would need to understand it. And to this day, I don't understand it, gang. I don't understand it. I don't understand how God just comes and shows up the way he does. I don't. I just know that it happens. Thank you. I didn't ask for this mantle. And Spirit says neither did you. But it has been given to you, gang. Alright? And there has been a path that has been prepared for you. So I know you got all these big plans, gang, but God has got a bigger plan for your life. And every single thing and every single one is qualifying and preparing and training you for it, gang. It will be revealed to you when you need to know it, gang. Alright? Thank you. We're going to wind it down. I appreciate you, gang. I know, gang. What do you need to know? They hate when you're gifted, gang. I do want to tell my black sheeps, it's turning around for you. The prediction is it's turning around for you, gang. Your dreams are about to come true. There's a blessing being unlocked, and gang, I swear to you, It's on its way to you. It is on its way to you. It's been unlocked. It's been released. No more delays, because I know you've been experiencing it. Spirit says 6 months. You are going to be walking and talking in this new energy, gang. There's a blessing being unlocked. Because I know that you've been hurt. I know you have been hurt, gang. I know you're healing from the pain and the traumas, gang. And it's been a long and overdrawn process. Thank you for your seed. I appreciate you, gang. Sushi. I don't want to mess up your name. Sushisha. So I really do feel like a lot of you are healing. But when I got this card in my hand, Spirit says a lot of you are being called, being pushed, being nudged to start healing others. There's other people that need your healing energy. Because I feel like a lot of you are being called to heal others, gang. But you need to go through it, to identify it, to resonate with it, to heal it, for them to even be drawn to you. So there's certain things that you wouldn't even be able to heal or fix or be able to help if you wasn't able to go through it yourself, okay? And this is why some of you have been going through some of these things in your life. Because you're being called to people just like you, who have been through experiences just like your own, gang. It says you've come out on the other side, but there's someone else that's going through it right now and they need you. And when you operate in your most authentic, when you face your true north, Cancer energy, gang, I feel like things just work effortlessly for you. Things are more smoothly for you. It says that the momentum is about to pick up, speed up. Things are about to speed up. Your blessing is on the way, gang. Literally, I'm telling you, predictions 6 months. 11/11, you are going to see new opportunities opening up for you. And I'm telling you, we're giving you 6 months. All right? New opportunities, open doors presenting themselves to you. Gang, I appreciate you, but I am going to love and leave you. I'm going to love and I'm going to run and leave you and put my head under the blanket and wonder, what did I just do? Yeah. So we're going to start it the way that we're going to end it the way that we started it, with the Starseed card. Because I really do believe that you are a Starseed. Oh, my nose is running, everything is running, and it's time for me to now run too. Whoa. Yes, boys are violated too, gang. It's not just a woman thing. I am not just talking about women being violated. We are talking about divine masculines and feminine energies. But you were in your feminine energy. This is why I really speak about the feminine, gang. And now a lot of you are operating in the masculine because you're feeling like you have to protect yourself. Very defensive because I haven't been protected, so I got to protect me and my energy. This is it. But at one point you was in that divine feminine energy, gang. You was receptive to love, to support. You was open to all of that. Until someone showed you that you can't trust it. Bella, thanks, gang. So yes, it's not a sex thing, gang, because trauma happens to all of us. This is to the black sheep. If that's you, I'm speaking to you, gang. Gang, this is bigger than me. I appreciate that you thank me, but I really want you to thank your guides. Thank God, thank the angels that they're using me to really bring revelations and confirmations, gang, because I told you, this is bigger than me, gang. 0220 on the clock. 0220 on the clock. Okay. Starseeds. They've been sending you signs and synchronicities, gang. Alright, the universe has been gently nudging you forward. I just said that. And they've been revealing to you signs and synchronicities, gang. They've been speaking to you via your intuition. So you need to trust your intuitive nudges. My Starseeds, trust your intuition. Trust it more than that man, that woman, or those friends, gang, or me. Trust your intuition. If it doesn't line up with what I'm saying, bun me. I'm not speaking to you. Trust your intuition because it has been guiding you to the answers that you are seeking. And who are you? You are my earth angel. I told you, you were sent to earth as a guide, as a blueprint, as to how others should live their life, experience their life. So you're here to teach, to show, to enlighten. You're a guide, gang. You're an ABC of how to do something or how not to do something. People are here to learn through you, by you. You understanding me? But first, life is teaching you something. And some of them are very harsh lessons, guy. Like my own. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. That's it. That's what I come out and do every day. I come out and I show love. And God uses me in so many ways, guy. That is what we are here to do. It's so much bigger than you, guy. The Bible says, love thy neighbor like you love thyself. This is a commandment. You've been commanded. And God, I don't need to know you to love you. And God, I love you, God. What do you need to know? To embrace your authenticness, your weirdness, your quirkiness, your imperfections, God, and your ugliness. Embrace it. You saw Tutu twice. Gang, Amber. Love and light to every single one of you, gang. Do you see the way the emotions were all over the place? That's how God is good. Because I'm smiling, gang. I have inner peace. But I also connect with my emotions as and when I need to. I don't suppress them. I express them. And gang, what do you need to know? It's not just for me, it's for you too, guys. It's not just for you, it's for me too. We are family. Hey, 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 ha. I got brothers and sisters with me. If you're my family, gang, if you resonate with different parts or all of me, tap the like button, gang, because Spirit says this is for you. You're a black sheep too, gang, gang. And I love you. And I'm so glad I found you. Thank God I found you. I was so lost without... I don't know the words, that song. You are part of a team, a gang of souls, I told you. Call them in. Call us in. Think one thought of love and I'm there. So all you got to do is put this intuitive energy out into the atmosphere, into the ethers, and one of us will show up. If it's not me, it's going to be a prophet. It's going to be another reader. Gang, your team is here. Utilize us. You are part of a team, a gang of souls. Gang, you're not alone. There's a lot of black sheeps out here. Call them in. All right? Some of you don't even understand that you called me here. You called me, gang. You called me and I came. I felt it. I felt somebody pulling on. You know the Bible when it says, Jesus said, the woman touched my garment and power left me. That energy, gang. Literally, I can feel when people are pulling on me, gang. Even my posts go viral. My daughter will tell you, I get very tired, very worn out. So I know when my posts are going viral because I'm drained as my energy is interacting with a lot of people. Gang. I've learned to be strong, gang. I told you, every single setback has really built me up for a comeback. And I've come back stronger every time. Every time I've come back stronger and stronger and stronger, gang. If you've been following me from the beginning, you can see the journey too. And I'm telling you, God's got you, gang. You called me Dash. And here I am. Whenever you need me, call me again, gang. I'll show up. So you are part of a gang, team of souls. You're not alone out here. Enough of us black sheep out here, Amber. I love you, gang. Alright? I'm here for the underdogs, gang. I'm here for the underdogs. Alright? That one. Someone put it in the chat. 99 was there, but one was lost. And Jesus the shepherd went looking for the one because the 99 is okay. It's the one that we're worried about. The one that's lost their way, gang. It's you I'm worried about, gang. So I'm coming here for you. Because you matter, gang. You're not invisible to me. Thank you, gang. So we're going to end it with this card. You are part of a big star family, gang. I told you, you come from the galaxy. You're not from here. You were just brought here, gang. That's why life is hard for you and easier for them. Like, how is it so easy for them? Because they were born here. They're human. You're a spiritual, evil being having a human experience. You're different. You're in this world, but you're not from it. You're not of it. So stop trying to be part of it, gang. You're here to pioneer it, to lead it, to empower it, to light it up, to lighten it, gang, to lead it, but you're not to be part of anything. You're here to set trends, to set pace, to do what others will never do, gang. And it's all fallen down on you, even though you didn't ask for it, gang. It's been given to you. Star family. You didn't ask to be the black sheep, gang. It's a curse and a blessing. But it comes with a lot of rewards, gang. It's unlocking a blessing and it's on its way to you. Because Spirit shows me you being passed over for so much, not being chosen. For certain things growing up, but you were chosen, though. And that's why you didn't think you were chosen, gang, because they didn't choose you. But God did. God chose you, gang. So don't condemn yourself now. Star family, you are a part of minds. Welcome to my gang, gang. You are part of a team, a gang of souls. Call in your support, gang, gang. We're not doing that over here. Please do not disrespect me. Don't do it, gang. Don't do it, Bernadette. Don't do it, gang. Really don't. Out of 158 people, you chose to do it, gang. Don't do it. At some stage, we were each part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your soul family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. So we come from the same cloth, gang. And that's why they said they broke the mold when they made you, gang. We came from the same tree, the same vine. The same mold made me, made you, gang. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. You were actually one. Me and you and I. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you meet them, guy. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable to you. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you are with them and in their presence. You feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror, because in a way you are. I be mirroring some of the things that you be hiding. So I be triggering for some of you because you're so busy trying to hide it, and I'm out here. And gang, I never asked for your sign, gang. So it can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror, because in a way you are when you meet your star family, gang. It's your soul tribe. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. That's why God speaks to you sometimes. You don't know that I need the money, and there you go, dropping that money in my PayPal, gang. And that person didn't know that I was in need of it, gang. You didn't know. But you were told intuitively. We are one. It's an inner knowing, gang. I told you, trust your intuition. So when a star family member dies, you feel it more deeply even than your own blood family sometimes, regardless of how long you knew them. So you may have known someone for 2 months and felt very resonated with them, and then something unexpected happens. You will feel that more than your brother, who you've been in conflict growing up with, gang. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? Who do you feel it is, gang? This card is confirming that if you're here, then you are in the midst of your star soul family, gang. You have found us. Welcome home, gang. Welcome home, gang, gang. Because it's likely that we have met each other, and we are part of each other's star family, gang. And it does speak about spending lifetimes together. So if you feel resonated with me, drawn to me, perhaps you are also part of my star soul family, gang, gang. And if you are, welcome home, gang, gang. I missed you. I've been waiting for you, gang. It's been lonely without you. So lonely without you. This is your girl, the Virgo. 2, 2, 2, and 2, gang, gang. I love you. I love you, Miss Bad. Welcome home, Amber. Gang, gang. Victoria. I love you, gang, gang. Joe. Now I'll let you go. 8-8 on the clock. 8-8 on the timer. 88 on the timer, gang. Time to dip. God is great. 8 is about connections, also abundance, gang. And I figure these both go hand in hand here. Get ready for new connections and abundance coming into your life. As Spirit says, 8-8, Lionsgate, portal energy, open doors, new timelines, new experiences and new energies. Once again, welcome home, Gaga. Kyrie, take care, Gaga. Ita.